Welcome to another episode of Peace Elite. This.
Hold on.
I can't.
Go ahead, man. All right, so we're going to start off with this.
Father God, we thank you for this gathering of souls. You see that when two or more gather in your name, that you are present, so we thank you for your presence. We ask that your grace and blessings are upon us this day. We pray that any obstacle the devil plans to place in our path be removed in the name of Jesus. We pray that you have your will, have your way in our lives, Father, for we didn't make us, so we couldn't possibly know what to do with us. We thank you for the things that most people take for granted, Father. The air we have to breathe, the food we have to eat, the clothes we have to wear, the cars we have to drive, the money we spend, the lives we touch, and the lives that have touched our own. We ask that we're able to be a blessing to others as well as ourselves. We ask to be reminded of the power in the spoken word, Father, because we can defeat the enemy with the spoken word. All we have to do is remember to say it, remember to use it. The word says, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. The word doesn't say that the weapon won't be formed. The word doesn't say that the intention of the weapon maker won't be to harm you. The word doesn't say that they won't attempt to use it. The word says, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. So no matter what they think, no matter what they make, no matter what they try, by the power of the word, we are covered. We humble ourselves before you. We praise your name and give you the glory. We praise your name and give you the glory. We praise your name and give you the glory. In Jesus' mighty name we have prayed. Amen.
Amen. Amen and amen. Rest in peace, Earl Simmons, DMX. Yeah. What episode?
I don't even know. Episode 147.
Yes. Yes.
In the basement, we have Darren.
Bim.
And
Genevieve still ain't fucking with us.
she sent us that little note like, "I fuck y'all."
Yeah, and we said, all right.
I mean, so does that mean you're gonna come or not? So
She'll be back soon enough, Jen Hive.
yes,
She'll be back.
And so until then, you got to deal with us.
Hi.
Hey, girl. Hey. So beginning on a somber note.
Yeah. Damn.
Rest in peace to DMX, better known as Darkman X, better known Dogman X. He had so many aliases, but Earl Simmons unfortunately passed away last Friday, I believe, just after we had spoke about him.
Just after. Man.
He's only 50.
So, we say only 50. We knew not even an inkling, because we saw a lot of what X was dealing with.
Yep.
Drugs, alcohol, trouble with the law, arrested, tax issues, damn near anything. If you were playing rapper bingo, you would, you know what I'm saying, DMX.
Yeah,
right. But even with that, there was still a bunch that we didn't even know about.
Yeah.
Swizz Beats on his Instagram just spoke for, I don't know, 5-6 minutes, and was very candid. And one of the things he said that touched me was DMX took on so much from so many other people. He didn't buy expensive cars. He didn't have a bunch of jewels and all that shit. He was always looking out for other people. He would give homeless people mad money, just sit there and talk to them. But sometimes he took on so much that going to jail was an escape.
Wow.
He said to Swizz, I need a break. Like that jail thing was a break for me.
Wow.
Because he was taking on so much. So he was dealing with a lot, man. Wow. And hip hop didn't kill DMX. Drugs did. Well, and they say it was a heart attack, possibly by an overdose. But he was introduced to crack before he started rapping.
Early.
Yeah. So I believe hip hop kept DMX alive to be 50. Because if he wasn't rapping, he would have been dead a long time ago.
He wouldn't have an outlet to get all that stuff out.
Right. He would have been gone a long time. We wouldn't have even known.
That makes sense.
Anything. He wouldn't have touched our souls. He wouldn't have nothing. Not that those 15, 16, 17 kids he has or whatever, none of them are here.
Yeah.
No Rough Rider anthem. None of that.
He gave us anthems.
Bruh.
I was thinking to myself, what better way to leave this world than have your voice live forever?
Honestly.
And like he has a body of work that just lives on. Like his name lives on. I was actually thinking how you were saying Swizz Beats gave each person that participated in the verses a share in
the Triller.
And he was one of those participants.
Mm-hmm.
So, just his legacy, his voice will continue to like live.
Absolutely.
And what better thing to leave how to leave your mark on this world?
Yeah, that was so that morning, I had saw a report that his organs were failing by the minute, which made me so sad. And you don't want to say certain things out loud, but I'm like to myself,
fuck.
damn, at that point he's suffering.
Fuck.
I'd rather him die, but like
rather than
no more pain.
Not in pain, in a vegetative state.
Yeah, so
that's not living.
Yeah, seeing the news, man, like it. I didn't even want to accept it. Like I closed everything, all social media, everything. I just for like a few hours, and then it went until like, I had my moments. I listened to some X later on in the day. I was talking to Wale, who was a huge X fan. Like, we're talking 98, and we went through the whole timeline. 1997, I'm first introduced to X. Shout out to Ty. Ty is, I'm in his Maxima at the time. And he's playing something. I don't know if it was Mace's album or if it was a mixtape that had 24 Hours to Live on it. But X's verse comes on. And I'm like, who is this madman? Who is this nigga?
There's no better way to describe this guy.
Yeah, I was like, because you got the locks on there, you got Mace on there, everybody got their flow, and it's hard, you know what I'm saying? But like, 24 left. Holy fuck, who is this guy?
You just bark? You just bark, hippie?
So, album comes out, Wale buys the tape, we upstairs. This nigga Wale bought a dog collar down there. Yeah. He used to take his shirt off and rap. At North Providence High, we did Talent Show where we did the Rough Riders Anthem remix.
Dog.
Like, his first 5 albums are part of the fabric of my high school and college.
Yes.
Like, woven in, bro.
Do you remember the video for Get At Me, Dog?
Frightening.
Frightening. It was no color in the video.
It took place at the Tunnel. If anybody listening, if you're too young or if you weren't listening to hip hop at the time, just go watch the video. Nothing like it at the time.
And this is when videos were like in a heyday. Like we were watching music videos.
Bro, Hype Williams was killing it. Busta Rhymes videos, oh my God.
This was unlike any of that shit.
They maybe filmed that on a camcorder. I'm not sure.
They did. And they put grayscale, check mark, and go.
Bruh. And it opens up, it says The Tunnel. Later we find out that's a club. I'm never going to that club. Never. Whereas this place.
I'm not going to that state that it's in.
And everything that he rapped, I believed. The barking, it wasn't a gimmick. I was like, oh no, this is him.
That's him.
Oh my God.
Yo.
And prior to that, I don't know if you heard it or had the tape at the time. There was a DMX versus Cannabis mixtape that came out.
Oh.
Yeah, so
I'm sure I've came across it.
Yeah, it was just freestyles from both, and verses from songs that were out already, or but mainly like radio freestyles or cuts like that. But at the time, Cannabis is killing it, so we get the tape thinking Cannabis is gonna have the better side.
Yeah. Nope.
I'm like, yo, this X dude is wow.
He's holding his own.
It was just different, man. And I had tweeted. Legends never die. It's the first thing that came to me. It wasn't rest in peace or all of that. Legends never die, because to me, this guy, he's forever ever part of me.
Won't be another person like him.
Nope, not even close.
Another artist. Nope. I think they were comparing him when he first hit to Ja Rule, kind of, because they came around the same time. Is that better? He came out around the same time.
And then Rule came out a little bit after. Yeah. Him, Jay-Z, and Ja Rule were supposed to be the Murder Inc. group.
Yeah.
And, egos.
Yeah, but Jesus, I mean, it's still so much. Just like you, I kind of went back to listen to Dog as Hell is Hot, Flesh in My Flesh, and somebody was saying how recognized that he was very vocal about his struggles, the things that he was dealing with, the pain, like a lot of people, you kind of hear X and you think thug, barking, and he liked the F word a lot. He did.
And we're not talking about F-U-C-K, ladies and gentlemen.
No. He loved that word.
It was a different time.
It was a different time. I kept saying to myself, I don't think he could do that now.
Yeah,
but,
we didn't. Yeah, it didn't mean that. It meant yeah, you know.
If Jen was here, she'd definitely like throw it out. Oh, you mean what? But just somebody was saying, like, men take note that it's okay to voice your struggle. It's okay to be vocal about what you're dealing with and the stresses that you have. Right. And that just made me think even more, like, it's, he was a human, he was man, and he just was able to kind of give you him and be that voice. Yeah. And it's going to live forever.
Absolutely. And that's a great point, because that's true. He was a conduit to all the thugs. He made Slippin' one of the greatest introspective hip hop records ever. That could make the hardest of the hard cry.
Indeed.
And that was like, yo, I felt that.
I feel it.
And it's okay to hear that and just be quiet and just feel.
Right.
Or if you want to cry, just cry.
Yeah.
It's, man, he was different, bro.
He was.
And just everybody the same thing. He was always himself. If he's wilding, pretending to be a cop in his truck or whatever, that's him. He's being himself.
Hey.
He's being himself.
Yeah.
All the way down to the philanthropy and just being there for people. Yeah. That was just him.
Yep.
Just him, man.
Yep. So,
man.
Fortunately, we lost a legend, but legends never die.
Ever. DJ Envy was doing a mix on Monday, and he started with some X, and I'm vibing, and then he played Stop Being Greedy. Darren, Stop Being Greedy. Hard record, right?
Hard.
Darren, I'm crying.
It was
listening to Stop Being Greedy. I was so confused. I was bobbing my head hard.
I mean, you load up though.
And then Darren, I took my glass off, wiping my face.
Keep it real positive. Give to the needy.
I was because all I could think of were the memories in high school with all of us listening to it, the video coming out, rapping it back and forth. And I'm crying listening to one of the hardest songs.
It doesn't make sense, right?
Didn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense.
And that's X. That's the enigma that DMX was, man.
Good word.
Thank you. I don't know what it means fully, but I think it fits.
It felt right.
Thank you. Oh, Dark Man X. Man, we can go on for hours about this guy.
That was a hard track.
Oof.
Hard. Man. What was I listening to? And each one of his songs, not each, but a good chunk of them have that one pow line that just kind of, but that's the Viper. Stand back. I think when I was telling Celeste, I was like, yo, when this guy came out, like everybody knew the songs. Like, like Claribel's family, they're very big on Rough Riders Anthem. All you have to do is doom, 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 doom.
Forget about it. Oh,
yo, my dogs go. And so I'm telling her, like, when we were younger, this is like our soundtrack. Like, this is what we were. If you didn't know the words to this, then something was wrong with you.
Something was wrong with you. And and unfortunately, there's not even anyone to compare it to.
No.
Like, we can't say it's similar to artist A.
Nope.
Because this guy put out his debut album and then his second album in the same year.
Yeah. And they both were amazing albums.
Right. Not just what cats are doing nowadays, just throwing a bunch of shit out. Yeah. Both are considered classics.
Yes.
In the same year.
Yes.
Like, come on, man.
Yeah. And they gave you a range of things. I'm thinking Damien.
Damien?
Like, how did you even come up with the dope concept? But it's like, how? What were you dealing with that you were like, I'm gonna make this work?
You know how many times we hit stop and then rewind
to hear Damien again? Do you say that? Damien, the whole, again, I had to go back and listen to it. I'm like, man, he got Marilyn Manson on the track.
And then you got a How's It Going Down? Come on, man. You got club bangers, stuff for the women, shit for the street, introspective.
Yep. But he always, what I could appreciate is he always was, like you were saying, he always was himself.
Yeah.
He always was going to get, like, the How's It Going Down? It's a nice song. It's about a girl. But somehow he found a way to, I need you to take the snow
right.
150 to see Joe. And I'm like, is this still like a...
That's after almost threatening to kill her baby daddy.
Still, that's your man's daddy. I gotta send him on his way in that big caddy.
But never mind, yo. Come on. Nobody could do that.
No one.
Oh,
and it works.
It worked. Women still soiled themselves at the sight of Dark Man, yo. Damn it, man.
I love it.
Oh, legend.
Rest in
legend.
paradise.
For real, man.
We wish.
All I can say is thank you. Thank you to God. Thank you to the Creator.
Yep.
Thank you to everybody, Rough Riders, whoever found this maniac to give him to us, him for bearing his soul for us, man. Like, I'm sad, but I am so grateful that we got to experience that, man. Honestly.
Amazing. Yeah.
Honestly.
We lived in the era of DMX.
Years from now,
Yeah.
we'll tell stories. Kids won't really get it.
No,
Even
they
now,
won't.
they don't really
They
get it.
won't get it.
But,
It's all right.
yeah, he's different, man. He's different. Rest in peace to the dog, man.
Indeed.
Oof. Transition out of that, huh? How have you been, Darren?
Good. All is all right. Could complain, but we won't. You know, everything is everything. Everything is everything.
Sure enough, we thank God.
Yeah, we thank God.
Happy birthday, Shenny.
Shendu.
Shenny's birthday was April 14th.
Hey.
If you know him, reach out if you haven't already. Say happy birthday. He'll ignore you for a little bit, but he loves you still.
Yeah.
And happy birthday to Prince, Namoda. They all share the same birthday.
Oh, yes. Namoda.
And everybody else, all you April babies, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
You get a
April
blanket on.
showers bring May flowers.
And April babies? I don't know.
And,
I don't know.
yeah, maybe.
Oh, shit. What was I going to say? Oh, me and the wife went on a date.
Hi, wife.
Hi, wife. Hi, baby.
Hi, not my wife. It's Bim's wife.
Like, we've gone out to eat and stuff, but we haven't done like an activity in some
Okay.
time. So, Bim likes violence.
Yes.
We went to the gun range again.
Oh, yay.
Oh, it felt so good.
Oh, it did.
Let a few shells off, baby.
Cacao.
Wow, and I got busy.
Yeah?
Yeah, I like that
You
shit.
look like you're a good...
I mean, I try to focus and really hone in because, Darren, you never know.
You don't.
You never know.
You absolutely do not.
So, I mean, I want to be able to hit the target, either in that instance or in real life if need be.
I understand you.
So,
I understand.
you know what I'm saying?
DMX in your ears, you know, that
Brother.
provides...
We had some fun with, so we got 2 boxes of bullets, and we had a competition. I won.
Yeah.
So
He's like, it's light work. It's nothing.
yeah, so I said, let's do a challenge. You know, let's make this fun.
Yeah.
And she came up with the stipulations. There's this nasty alcohol that we got from her people in Chicago.
Okay.
When we were there, we had it at a bar. One of the worst things I drank in my life.
Okay.
As a twisted joke, they gifted us a little bit of it. So she said, the loser has to drink some of that.
Oh.
So I made sure I wasn't going to lose.
Yeah.
So at the end, after we knew I was the victor, I said, okay, let's take these last few rounds and just have fun.
Yeah.
Who says have fun at the gun range? Me. Meaning, I became a character. I picked up the Glock, and I said, fuck you, nigga. You killed my cousin. Bow, bow, bow. And shot in different ways as they do in
This
the...
way?
Sideways like this is the worst.
Really?
Don't do that.
Don't.
Do that. The recoil, your wrist is gonna hurt. Don't do that.
It's not
If
worth
you're gonna do it with one hand, do it straight up still.
Yes.
Not the most accurate though.
No.
But it's better than side.
Right? Who made it not cool to...
Right. But it does look cooler. I'm not gonna lie.
It does.
But it's not accurate. You're not gonna hit the op.
This looks cool.
Yeah. But you're not gonna hit the op. That's why. Maybe I'm glad because less casualties in the hood. So keep doing it wrong so less people die. But it felt good to get out there and do some
good.
stuff.
That's
Yeah, I put on jeans for the first time in a while.
Wow. Not
Jeans.
sweatpants?
No, jeans.
I avoid jeans.
I mean,
Doesn't feel good.
I was just glad I fit in them.
Oh.
Sounds very...
There's that.
But-
Very womanly. It's okay. You can be
But
a
it's been
woman.
several months there. I didn't know what was going on. I put on some pounds, you know.
Eh, tomato, tomato. This weekend, my son
Uh-oh.
played soccer. His first soccer game.
That's right.
And let me tell you, I don't think I've ever laughed so hard at this child in my life.
Wait, so hold on. Because he played before, but not on an actual team,
Yes.
right?
So
Okay.
before was like a little soccer class, if you will. It was garbage.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, it was garbage.
They're kids.
Teamworks, it was garbage. It wasn't even the kids. It was like what they did. Like they were just like, all right, like, you know, take the ball and put it to the goal and kick it in, and now let's run around for like another 20 minutes. It was crap.
They made y'all pay for that?
Yeah.
Bastards.
But yeah. So this class, you know, this actual team, he gets a jersey, you know, put his name on it. This boy made me proud, right? So we get up early Saturday morning, games at 8, and we get to the field, and we're trying to soup him up because the way my son is, if he's not comfortable in the place then he's not gonna do it.
Yeah.
So we gotta like pre-warn him, like, hey, so we're gonna go to this place. There's gonna be a lot of people there. We're gonna play soccer. We're gonna have so much fun. Try to hype him up. So by the time he gets there, he's like, all right, I'm ready for it.
Damn right.
So, it's a bunch of 4-year-olds, and they split them up into two sides, if you will. Shout out to Bay. His son was there too, Jax.
What up,
Shout
what
out to
up?
Jax. And so my son's on one side, and it's like 6 of them on 6. And they're like, okay, like you got to get into the goal. And they go ahead. And lo and behold, my son scores the first goal.
Get out. Oh, shit.
It was an amazing feeling. Look at my
damn.
son. My father was there. I actually was looking at my father, and he looked like super proud. And I was like, I wonder if he's mad at me because I didn't make him proud like this. Because he was sitting there proud. Like, I had never played soccer, so he's looking at me like, why couldn't that be you? Like, that could have been you.
They all wanted us to play soccer as kids. None of us did.
We didn't want to. It's not fun.
Nope.
It's not fun. And so I'm thinking this is a great start. It's gonna be amazing. What I failed to realize is that my son has never played a soccer game before. So about 10 minutes in, he was like, I'm tired. I don't want to do this anymore.
They didn't have practices?
They have practice, but in practice, they're not running hard body. But
Yeah.
here, it's actual other kids who are trying to score goals.
Yeah.
So he was like, man, I gotta tell you, I don't want to.
So he is human. He does get tired, huh?
He does, right? Funny enough, though, you would think if he's tired, he'll just sit down or something. No. First, he was on like Team B. He decided mid-game, I'm gonna go play with Team A. And just swap sides and just go because they were playing.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, what do you mean? What do you mean, Darren? What do you mean? No, he stopped playing on the team he was on and crossed fields to go to the other side where the other half of his team were playing.
Oh boy.
He saw green jerseys. He was like, I bet, and I'm gonna play here too.
Oh,
cool. His coach was like, that's fine. Like, as long as they're playing, that's cool. So I'm like, all right, they're not even keeping score. So they're going back and forth. And then he comes to me and he's like, yeah, I'm done. Like, can I go play in the playground? There's a playground over there at the edge of the field. So I'm like, no, baby. So now we're like fighting with him. Like, no, baby, you can't. You have to play the game like only a little bit more. And, we're all trying to coach him on it. And he's just like, yeah, I don't want to do this anymore.
wow.
Yeah. So the last 20 minutes were a shit show.
Oh, no.
Because, not even a shit show. Like, again, it was a bunch of kids. Shout out to the other kids because they actually were playing the correct way,
right.
Unlike my son, who at some point decided, I will be goalie. There was no goalies. There was no goalies. But he decided, I will be goalie because I don't have to move from this spot.
Right.
The problem with that, Bim, is he was goalie for the other goal. Furthermore, after he decided I don't want to play goalie anymore, and then he started to run again, he was like, I will play goalie for my goal, but it's a secret goalie position where when the ball comes close to me, I will kick it in the goal because I am near the goal. The problem with that is he was by his goal. And because he was tired and he turns to a ball of shit when he's tired, he doesn't listen. So we're trying to, not that one. Go over there. Over there. He's like, no, I am here. The ball, the last, what was funny is Bay is there. Shout out to Bay. And Bay is kind of competitive. He understands there's a bunch of kids, but he's competitive, right? And so somehow Jax and Carter are on the same team. And now Carter is playing this I don't want to move game. And so the other team was coming close to our goal with my son standing in the goal. So they kick it towards the goal and Carter stops it, turns around and kicks it further into the goal.
Dear.
Right? And so Bay's like, come on, man. I'm like, hey, listen, don't hit my son. He means well. So
my
it was a
goodness.
success either way.
They didn't have like a bench that Carter could have just chilled out for a little bit.
No,
damn. All the kids just go.
They would just go. And again, shout out to the other kids. I didn't see any other kid like, I don't want to do this anymore. They stopped to take water breaks, and he didn't want. He was like, I don't want water. Like, I want to play in the playground or not do this.
So he has a game this weekend, right?
If it rains, he does not. Yes. Even funnier, it was a very eventful Saturday morning. This is all in the span of like 2 hours. Kai, who was also there, was like, if my brother plays soccer, I will play soccer too.
I was going to ask you if Kai tried to get out there.
He did.
Oh, boy.
At one point, he ran into the middle of the field to get the ball. He's wearing his snow boots because why not, right? So now we have to run, get him off the field. I'm looking at this. I'm like, these are my boys. I then, because I'm a quiet parent. I'm hey son, yay, but nothing too loud. My wife, however, I had to hide the megaphone. Yes, I
say
said,
what now?
I said megaphone. Why does she have a megaphone? I had to hide it so she didn't take it out. So we first get there and she's like, "Come on, baby, yeah." And so they stopped playing. And Claribel, if this is the goal, Claribel is here.
Fam.
And I'm like, you can't stay there. Like you, for those people who wonder what here is, it is on top of the goal, on the outside of it. So she's like, come on, kick it here. And I'm like, you can't stand there. Like, move to the side. Like, get away. I finally get her to get away. Who is standing on the other field next to the other goat is her mother.
Oh, no.
Oh no! I can't.
Oh no!
So much.
Cart it on. Play.
It takes.
You don't want to be there.
I gotta yell at all these two to stop embarrassing me. Needless to say, it was a great day. Shout out to my son.
I almost want to roll out of bed to see this.
It is extremely funny.
Oh my god!
But he one thing about Carter is he smiles through the whole thing.
God bless.
He loves to have fun. His little locks bouncing all over the place and stuff. So as long as he's having fun, God bless.
So is he like? I'm sure after you guys broke it down, what he should and shouldn't be doing.
Oh, he didn't care at that point.
Don't matter, huh?
No, it doesn't matter. After the whistle blew, they were like, all done. He was like, I'm going to the playground.
Wow.
Yep. And then he played for like another hour. Not once did he stop to say, I'm tired.
So he was sick of the structure of the game.
He was sick of the structure.
Yeah.
He's a rebel.
He's a rebel.
He's a rebel.
You gave him dreads. Your fault.
That's
your
my
fault.
fault.
You gave him locks. Your fault.
I did.
Can't trust y'all.
Yeah.
Don't follow no rules,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Shit,
he's
buck
a
the
rebel.
system.
Sorry, folks. So that was a tale of my son Carter. For those who know my son, know how he is, and yeah.
I love it. I love it. Kids gotta be kids, man.
Yeah.
But I mentioned it last time. Baseball, yo. T-ball. When that comes around, please.
Yeah.
I think you got something there, yo.
Yeah, I'm
Honestly.
with it.
He'll get bored.
Yeah.
But I think there's something there.
Yeah.
I was just going by what I seen.
I'm with it. Anything new this?
Well, are you vaccinated yet?
I actually just got my first shot today.
Of
Moderna.
hey,
Moderna buddies.
Vax boys.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're both half vaxxed.
Yes.
Sore, huh?
No.
You weren't sore at all, bruh. That shit was sore as shit for me.
Really? No, I feel fine.
When'd you get it today?
Yeah. Right. Boop. And this
Really?
time I had to go to work.
Yo, my shit was mad sore for like a
Really?
day.
I mean,
two.
now that I just touched it kind of hurts. No, not sore at all until I touch it and my arm falls off.
Oh my god!
I couldn't have scripted that any better. I was like, "Ooh, that does hurt." Ow!
Oh my god! So, as we know, there's 3 available options.
They're pulling Johnson & Johnson.
Right.
Jesus Christ.
Now, so the news was, for people who don't know, there have been I think 6 cases of blood clots after the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. They found that it was with women between the ages of like I can't remember 18 and 48, something like that.
Damn.
And it has to do with any woman that takes birth control orally.
Okay.
So now, mind you, millions of people have been vaccinated with Johnson & Johnson. Millions. I think like 6 million or something like that.
Yeah.
Out of the 6 million, you have these 6 or 7 cases. So
That's pretty good.
percentage-wise,
I think 1%.
it's not bad. But still scary nonetheless. So
Because you don't want to be part of that 6 or 7.
right, especially for any woman out there,
Yeah.
you don't want to risk it.
Yeah.
Do not use that as a detractor, ladies and gentlemen. It's not the U.S. government trying to kill you or put a tracking device or nothing like that.
Yeah.
This is a vaccine with Moderna and Pfizer that are used across the world. Same concoction. So you're fine. Get vaccinated. Do your job. Save your life. Please. Please and please. But that was very frightening to
That was
see.
extremely frightening.
Yeah.
Actually, before they pulled it, they were talking about it at work, and they were saying that there was, I don't know if it was Rhode Island, but there was a case of about 7 people that had bled out. And the only common denominator between them was that they all had the Johnson & Johnson.
I wonder
vaccine.
if that was the same case.
I wonder, but
Yeah.
it might have been blood clot. Or,
Yeah, because I had heard that, but then I heard the blood clot thing, and those were the only cases
yes,
that
that it's happened.
went together. So maybe that's the information, like
Yeah,
the
moving
official
around.
word, blood clot, This is what happened. People were probably like, oh, they fucking stopped. They got Ebola after they took that shit. No, look up the information and see what happened. But you're safe. They pulled it. They're going to do whatever they got to do. But the other ones, please get vaccinated.
Yeah, get one of the two. The Moderna or Pfizer.
Pfizer. You motherfucker.
Fizzer.
Pfizer. Fizzle. The fizzle.
Fizzer one.
Fizzle. Shizzle. Fizzle the fizzle.
Fizzer for shizzle.
It's a fizzle. Darren, do you watch the Fast movies, the Fast and Furious movies?
Yes.
You've seen them all so far, right?
I've watched. I may have not seen the last one, but I've seen.
The last one was 8. That was when.
Is that when Han came back?
I think.
Spoiler.
Does he come back in that one?
He comes back in one of them. I don't think I've seen. I think the last one I've seen was maybe now that I'm thinking about it, might be further behind than I think.
Oh.
The last one I saw was they were in South American country, and when Michelle Rodriguez's character came back.
Oh wow.
Yeah, am I behind?
I think so.
Yeah.
Well, no, actually no. Was Charlize Theron in that one?
Yes.
Oh, you're good. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was 8. So, there's a 9th one coming.
I saw it.
They're just gonna keep.
And
going,
I said to myself, like, I hope this is a joke. What more is there to cover?
Darren.
Vin Diesel is old now.
Darren. Dom, aka
Jesus
Vin
Christ.
Diesel. Darren, plot twist. He has a brother.
Oh, wait.
The twist in the other one was goddamn Jason Statham's character had a brother. Now
it's Dom's
Vin
turn.
Diesel has a
Be
brother.
familiar as everything, but ain't nobody knew about his brother.
And his brother, Darren,
Oh, fucking A.
is of course a wrestler because him and The Rock don't get along. So John Cena somehow.
Oh, it's John Cena. Fucking shit.
And of course, Darren, we see them in cars. We see them in tanks. I think even a submarine. What else can they do?
Submarine's not fast.
They're going to space now, I think. You didn't see the trailer, I see.
I did not.
So-
I refuse to watch it.
In the trailer,
To space him.
Tyrese and Ludacris.
Tyrese is still there. Rome. Rome is still there.
Can I tell you, the second one is probably my favorite Fast and Furious.
Oh,
Where Tyrese came in and rest in peace to
Paul Walker.
Paul Walker. That's probably my favorite one. But yes, Rome is still here. At least we know Tyrese is okay. So him and Ludacris are in something, contraption device, that's being carried by a plane. And you see them with helmets on, like space helmets, and Luda wrapping his hands wherever with duct tape to secure stuff. So I'm guessing they're going to go to space.
Is it necessary, guys?
Darren, you got to take it to the next level.
I guess we have to. I guess so.
And guess what? I'm going to watch it. I don't know
With
why.
extreme glee.
I'm watching it. I don't know
mean,
why. Yeah, that's my dose of bad film. I just have to watch it.
But you love it.
Yeah, I don't know why.
I still remember watching the first one in 2001, 2000. Like, man, this is
I gotta look
great.
that shit up to see what year it was. Holy shit.
It was. I remember because Valerie got me a DVD player and the DVD for like Christmas or some shit. And I remember watching like, oh my god.
Remember DVDs? My God. Yeah, 01. Look at that.
01.
Good
Look,
job,
yeah,
man.
yeah. Thank you. What the fuck?
Here we are.
Guys, you don't
20
wanna
years
stop?
later, brother.
You don't want to stop?
Damn, 20 years
How
later.
can you convince? I want to hear them convince me to sign up for another one.
So I didn't just convince you.
No, I mean,
didn't
as
do
an
it?
actor,
No.
I didn't do it. So listen, all right. So guys, you got to come back. One more, guys. Okay, listen, right? So listen, Dom has a brother, right? A brother, right? Not like a brother, black guy brother. I mean, like his brother. And then you know who we got to play his brother? Guess. You'll never guess. You'll never guess. Look at it. You'll never guess. You'll never guess.
Yeah, you're dumb. Tune into YouTube. Darren's an idiot.
You'll never guess, huh, guys? Because you can't see me, right? Right? And all in the room like, the fuck are you talking about? And then John Cena comes on and I'm like, is that John Cena?
So The Rock isn't coming back.
So just to make sure, Dwayne's out. Dwayne's out.
Oh my God. Do you see Hobbs and Shaw? You don't watch that.
That's the one I didn't see.
Okay. Just
And
as ridiculous.
I love Jason Statham.
Just as ridiculous. I I say check that out. I think you enjoy it.
I'm pretty sure I would.
They're all ridiculous films.
They all are.
But, it's fun.
But I love it. I
Yeah.
don't remember how Han came back.
Yeah.
I know he did.
He's in the trailer for this one also.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so, I mean, hey, they're running low on people. A couple people got killed, so, And they have the young lady that was in Game of Thrones who was, what's her name?
Oh, Brianna Tarth?
No. She's black. She was with...
Oh, Ludacris? I mean, with... Yeah.
Yeah, she was
She was Ludacris' girl at a point in time in one of the past films.
Was she?
The one...
With the... Yeah, she's very beautiful.
Yes. Why
From
can't I
the
remember
UK.
her name?
I can't remember her name. Sorry,
Yes,
Queen.
she was in one of them, she was like as smart as Ludacris.
Yes.
DK.
Yes. She's in this
I said
one as
DK
well.
like she couldn't be smart as Ludacris. I'm sorry.
Feminists. Get him.
I'm sorry.
Get him.
She could.
Darren, women can do way more than men,
They
right?
can.
And better.
And
they can do 20 things at once, and we can't.
We can't.
Nah.
We suck. But oh well.
They still need us.
Why do they need us? Who are like literally the worst things in the world.
Because they hate each other enough to need us. That's it. Just keep hating each other.
Girl,
so
I
you turn
hate you so much. I'm gonna go be with this man who
this
could knock
murderous
me out.
bastard.
If he decided to headbutt me, I would be out of my life.
Thank you, guys.
But I'd take that over you any day.
They hate each other.
I don't get it.
I like it.
Yeah.
She was my best friend for a week, and now, man, she's the worst person. So yes, Fast 9 coming to a theater near you in
That was
July.
a great promo. That was a great promo. If that didn't convince you to go see it,
I'm watching that shit, yo.
You watch anything new lately?
Today I watched a very depressing document. So on FX, there's a Formula One series. There's 3 seasons of it. I'm on season 1, and it's phenomenally filmed. So Formula One racing, not interesting at all. I don't watch it.
Yeah.
But the way they capture everything, it might as well be a Fast and Furious film.
Wow.
They put cameras on the cars, on the drivers, so when you see, when they put it all together, it's like a movie. Because when there's a crash, they can slow it down. They could do this, and then they tie the story in as to Mercedes and Ferrari is always at the top, but here are the guys in the middle of the pack trying to get better. So they put it together really well. So someone had suggested I watch the origins of Formula One racing or some type of racing, I can't remember right now, on Amazon, and how it started like in the 60s or 50s and how motherfuckers were just dying because the car tech wasn't there. So that was pretty depressing. And
Nice.
me and the wife are still doing Hell's Kitchen and what do you call it? Master Chef. But we also watched we watched something. Fuck. Nah, I don't remember. I watched a lot more basketball now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, finally.
It's back. Yes.
Yeah, it's back. Well, it's been
back.
back for a little bit, but the wife knocks out early. So I get some time. And Steph Curry has been on a fucking tear.
Really?
Yeah, so Klay Thompson is out for the season.
Oh.
He was out last season too, ACL. And so it's pretty much just Steph and Draymond. So they weren't doing well, but Steph is going off still. And he's been going ballistic. In the last 3 games, I think he hit 22 3-pointers in 3 games. One of the games he hit 11 threes, and they won the game like 105 to 147. He wanted to say, yeah, real score. He wanted to stay in the game to break the record that was set by Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson hit 14 threes in the game. Who's in second place? Steph Curry with 13. And Zach LaVine has 13 as well. So Steph wanted to go back in the game to beat the record. Yeah. But Steve Kerr didn't let him. But yeah, he's been on a tear, man. He's been on a tear. Yeah, it's one of those things where, again, I had to get out of hating people to appreciate the greatness. Tom Brady. I didn't hate LeBron, but I couldn't care less.
You're not a fan.
As a Laker fan, but now he's a damn Laker, which is still weird to me. But Steph Curry, same thing. The guy revolutionized the game of basketball.
I like Steph.
Yeah. People won't give him the props because he's 6'3" or whatever. Which ain't even
which is funny. It's taller than me.
Right.
And I'm tall.
On TV, he looks this big compared to everybody
Like when he
else.
dunks, he'd be like, "Oh!"
Exactly.
It's like
he's 6'3", he should be able to dunk.
he's not Muggsy Bogues, guys.
But he who was it? Somebody. Oh, it was Yemi. Shout out to Yem.
What up, man?
Basketball game. He went to for one of the kids, out of many, and he said, all the kids, boom, 3-pointers. This guy changed, because we can't dunk, so you got to have nice handles. Yep. You got to be able to shoot.
Yep.
This guy changed the game. So imagine 20 years from now. Oh, sorry, not even just threes. This guy's shooting half-court shots like nothing.
Like garbage.
Pulling up, boom. His warm-ups, he's just boom, boom. I think at some point, I'm rambling, the NBA should entertain the idea of a 4-point shot from half-court.
That'd be amazing.
I think that'd be fire. Because the game can only evolve so much. The players are getting better than the game almost.
Yep.
So now...
You got to add something else to keep it challenging.
Exactly. Because the dunk was illegal at some point. Shout out to Jackie Moon. So, and at that time, they didn't have a shot clock. Then they added a shot clock and all that stuff. So now, let's spice it up, man. 4-point shot from half court. Let's make it happen, you know? I like it. But that's what I've been watching. We're watching more NBA. What about you?
We finished up Behind Her Eyes. The fuck? So my
ending was okay. Go ahead.
My wife has a really good habit of playing show. I get into bed, she passes out, and leaves me to watch the rest of the cleanup, the whole thing.
Oh no, she missed it.
She missed it. Oh, she went back and watched it.
Okay.
Oh no. Matter of fact, I lied. We both fell asleep. I woke up like to see the big thing.
Crazy.
And I was like,
nah.
Oh. And so the funny thing is, she also woke up like either right before or right after and saw it, but I didn't know she was awoke. So we both were just like, and when it ended, we were like, well, shit.
Did y'all rewind it to see what you missed or not?
Yeah.
Okay.
But like, oh.
Now, they could have done it in like 3 episodes.
They could have. This could have been a very good movie.
Yeah. Great movie.
It would have been a fantastic movie.
I would have said, hey, I could use a little more texture with the movie, but I would have been
This is a very
satisfied.
good movie. Y'all,
what the fuck?
Y'all made this a series and led me on to think that it was some...
Didn't even know where they were going, really.
Had no idea until they were there.
So there was a scene... I'm sure most people saw it. All right, I won't spoil. There was a scene where the woman that was married to the psychologist...
Yep.
The scene where her and her friend tried that out for the first time. When it came back to them, in my head, I said, I'm saying too much. Yeah. I said, what if that happened by accident? I said it to myself, and then boom. Holy shit. And she played it perfectly.
Amazing. I was like, oh.
And the poor guy. God. No.
The poor son.
Fucking fuck. I was crying. I felt so bad.
The son was just sitting there like...
I felt so bad.
You don't like boats.
Are we spoiling? I think we're spoiling. Dude, we're really bad at this.
We have no jet to keep us in check. We really just spoiled like the whole fucking thing. Yo, we have the nerve to see him like, I don't want to spoil it, but what
damn,
if
this is how it ended.
And then the son. We're not even drunk.
Oh my god.
Yo, we suck. Okay, we're moving on. Watch Behind Her Eyes.
Watch it.
Kind of, maybe.
Don't pay attention to like all the episodes in the middle. Just watch the first one and watch the last one.
I could have done without the 4 episodes in the middle.
Because everything is just weird. But yeah.
Last night I watched Antebellum. I finished that up.
How was that?
Also, what the fuck? It was kind of like you guys didn't need to make this. Like we have enough fear as black people, and you didn't need to add. Now I'm very, very scared to go anywhere in the South that I'm not sure of.
Yeah, no, I'm cool. And then there's that show, that's on Netflix. Them or they?
Them.
I'm not watching that shit.
We were told not to watch it.
Yeah, I heard about some shit that's on it. Why are we doing this? And it's by Lena Waithe, who's black.
We don't need to.
We don't need to make this shit.
We don't need horrors. We have horrors already.
Yeah, I'm cool.
Yeah.
Speaking of horrors, rest in peace, Dante Wright.
Oh.
Like, fam, we're living this shit in real life. And then we're going to go and make films about this shit some more?
I I usually skate through things like that. Like I see the headline, like, oh, I got the gist, and I keep it moving. And I actually sat and listened to the interview they did with the parents, and I was sitting there like, is this truly where we are in the world, where an air freshener stop can get you killed?
Yeah, and that's the thing. I didn't get pulled over for my air freshener before, but I got told after I got pulled over, that can't be there. I should write you a ticket for that. I'm like, nigga, what? They sell them. They're not illegal. Why?
Jen said, shout out to Jen, because she said this online on somebody else's status or mine, I can't remember, that they sell these fucking shits at the car wash.
Yeah.
At the gas market. I can't even gas market. Gas station. I can't even talk. I'm so upset. Like, what do you mean?
So I can't use it, or I have to put it under my seat. Yo,
they put the loop there to hang it from. I'm supposed to hang it on what, my turn signal?
Ban it then. Outlaw it. Ban it. Ban the little elastic that they put on there to hang around.
Well, because America's so good at banning things at the source, right?
Can't.
I was just like, guys. So in my ignorance, I usually don't like to speak on things in the heat of the moment. Because my first thing was like an air freshener, a fucking air freshener. I've never count me lucky, but I've never been pulled over for my air freshener.
Yeah.
Before. So I put the question on Facebook. At first, I was really like, I'm thinking the air freshener was just an excuse, right? So people chimed in, yep, you get pulled over by an air freshener for an air freshener. Blah, 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 blah. So stupid. And then me and Clyde were talking about it, and I got the full story of you had a warrant for some dumb thing, and it was like, okay, so we're in a pandemic, and people don't have money, people don't have jobs.
Yeah. So
now there's a warrant because he couldn't pay for a minuscule thing.
Darren, we've had warrants for suspended license. They put out a warrant for that shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Because it's that. I can understand in some instances, like if you're driving drunk and they suspend your license, yes, you shouldn't be on the road.
Right.
If you are driving with suspended license for
a parking ticket
that you could not pay, if you see that I can't pay the parking ticket and you suspend my license, what makes you think I'm going to pay?
I don't have it.
I don't have it. I don't have it. I'm hoping you don't pull me over because I don't have it. I have to get to work. Does it make sense for you to stop me from getting to work so I could possibly pay you?
Right. And of course, laws are laws, rules are rules. We're in the wrong. Fine. Pull us over. But let me go home.
Let me
go to jail.
What point do you say forcefully, get out the car? Why?
That's it. Like,
I mean, we both been pulled over, we both been arrested. I'm almost thankful now for those cops that said, "Hey, listen, can you please step out the car?"
Oh, thank God. Seriously.
Thank you for being very pleased and thankfully I'm in the right state of mind where I'm like, is something wrong? The guy, I need you to get out the car. Your license is suspended.
Boom. Same way with me. Thank God.
Thank you. All right. I can't fight you on this. So
like, damn, I had no idea.
All right, I'll get out the car. And that's not a knock to anybody who who gets in trouble is actually get out the car and they go, why? Like, I know there's people like, don't say why, just get out the car. No.
It's your right to ask why.
And just like they're asking you to get out, they're supposed to tell you, hey, because X, Y, and Z.
Yeah, and look, again, I'm not in law enforcement. Neither one of us are.
No.
But what's so wrong with telling somebody why? Like, it's not a big deal. Fam, I think everything's fine. Darren, when I got pulled over and arrested, I had to spend the night in jail, and they took my sweater and my Timbs. Darren, I didn't know my license was suspended. I was actually on campus. Fellas came up from Providence. What up, fellas? And they went back. They got a flat. So I had to go meet them at like 2 a.m. to bring them back to Providence and go back to URI to be back to work in the morning. So on my way back from Providence at like 3 in the morning, I'm just driving back to campus.
I just want to go home.
I didn't know. Hey, your license is suspended. Damn.
Fuck.
Can you just leave me here and somebody pick me up? Nah, I gotta bring you in.
I gotta take you in.
All right, fine.
I get it. All right. I can't fight you.
That's it. But why? Get out. Oh, why? I said get out.
Get out.
What the fuck?
Yo, back up. I need back up. Get the fuck out of the car. Boom. Get your hands up. Like all this other dumb shit.
What's all that for?
Why? It makes me extremely, other parents I know, extremely fearful that my kid is going to. I hope nothing like that happens. I hope nothing like that happens to any parent
Honestly.
that I know, any parent that I don't know, white, black, Spanish, Asian, whatever. I got remember to tell you my cringeworthy thing I did the other day, but it's just, and then like he's dead. Dead.
And I've been saying on here, I've been teaching my son how to drive. We actually had an incident one time. I don't think I shared it. We pick a industrial area that's quiet with big parking lots for him to just practice going around in the parking lot. One of the weekends we did it, there was a car there, 2 cars there. I guess somebody was working in the building over the weekend. So we're just driving around. I'm in the passenger seat. He's in the driver's seat driving. The white woman came out, and we saw her. She was standing outside, and then we did the lap around, came back around again. She has her cell phone out recording us following the car.
Okay.
I am pissed. But I don't want to express how pissed I am because I don't want my son to get mad. But he's not blind. He sees it. He is so upset. And he's like, I don't even want to drive.
I want to go home.
And it's like, that's the smallest of the smallest.
Yeah.
And with the worst case scenario being this.
Yeah.
Where you're driving. Hey, I didn't know I can't have this here. Oh, my bad. Sorry. I didn't know I had a warrant. My bad. Sorry.
Take me in.
Take me in.
I'd much rather you just, if you could just tell me, cops. I can't. I don't know. I'm pretty sure this happens in Rhode Island, but if you could just tell us, inform us.
I don't know, man. And the problem is, and this is with like any authoritative figure. At the end of the day, they're human beings. If they have a bad day, if they have any biases, if they have any, whatever, anything that's in their mind is going to play out, and you can't do shit about it.
No.
So
it goes on both sides.
Yeah. So in this case, this is the same as Oscar Grant, where they thought they were pulling out the taser, but they pulled the gun out. Fam, you're a cop.
You've trained for this.
Right. They have tasers, they got billy clubs, they're wearing bulletproof vests, and you're physically superior than most people because you've done the training. Yep. You know how to restrain people.
Yep.
Why are you reaching
for the gun?
If you don't see it,
just take it. Just take the gun off. Get rid of the guns. Literally, we've been saying this since episode 4. Get rid of the fucking guns.
And it's because it's like parents and kids. The kid keeps messing up. I'm gonna tell you one more time. All right, bang. Taking that away from you until you learn how to use it. If the kid keeps writing on the wall with the crayons, I'm taking all your crayons until you learn that you're not supposed to do that.
No. I'm not going to take away the crayons. I'm going to take away the wall.
I'll give you a pencil instead.
I'm going to give you a pencil and a pen.
And a pen.
And I'm going to tell you should use a pencil.
Right.
And then get mad at you when you don't. I'm not going to get fake mad. It's just like, he's 20.
20 years old. Look, I'm looking at photos of him. He don't even look 20. He look younger than 20.
He looks like 17.
And he got a kid.
And he's dead. I was watching somebody on TikTok, was a cop, had to be a cop. He was like, here's a taser. Here's how you cannot mistake a taser.
Completely different, bro.
The handle stops like here.
Yeah.
The gun handle stops down here for people who can't see. It's like in the middle of your palm is where the taser stops. He also, when you go to aim and fire the taser,
you can see it.
You can see the light.
So what is she doing? Somebody who's been in the force for over 20 years.
And this is...
Darren, I was just at the gun range. If you give me a Glock, if you give me something that has a 22 caliber, if you give me something that has a 45, I can feel the difference in the handle.
Very quickly.
And I'm not trained or anything. Yeah. If you hand me a taser, I think I'll know I'm holding a taser. It's lighter. Like, come on, man.
It's amazing.
And how do you just pull something out and fire without knowing what you're holding? I'm trying to...
Right.
Like...
Right.
It doesn't make sense. I don't know, man.
It makes no sense.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
It's nonsense.
And there was his aunt was speaking, and they had said that one of his teachers, it was cousins with George Floyd. Come on. Like, so now it's really hitting closer to home, right? what's it, 6 degrees of separation or whatever, Kevin Bacon,
That's
whatever the
barely
fuck.
two.
Barely. So this is why we're scared. This is why I don't want to see a Lena Waithe show with black people getting killed.
You.
This is why I
Thank you.
This is why I get agitated when race stuff gets embedded into entertainment.
Thank you.
I get it. They want to educate some people, but me, it's anxiety provoking.
I don't need to see this.
No.
Show me the movie where the white cops are tried and convicted for their crimes.
Yeah. Put into the universe what you want to see.
I don't want to see this.
No.
It's
No, I don't like it. I don't like it.
So switching gears.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Dante Wright.
Indeed.
Let's do the right thing, man.
Prayers for
Please.
his family and
It's tough, man.
You ever put your foot in your mouth, Ben?
Like
To
literally,
say,
or
no, not literally.
Oh.
Sorry.
I used to bite my toenails when I was a kid. Sorry, go ahead.
Yes. Yes. I'd be like, you ever say something, and as it's leaving your mouth, you're like, man, I shouldn't have said that.
So many times.
So at work,
Is this the cringeworthy thing?
this is the comfort.
All right.
At work, they asked me to go check out a computer downstairs. It wasn't getting an IP. Cool. I go downstairs. Somebody else had worked on it. Then I fixed it, and then they were like, no, it's still a problem. So I went downstairs, and I'm still new to the company. I still don't know a lot of faces. Mm-hmm. So the guy sitting behind the computer was a nice Asian fellow. And so I said, hey, I'm Darren from IT. He gives me his name, and he's like, yeah, I don't know. It's not really working the way it's supposed to. Sheila was down here, yada, yada, yada. And so I was like, yeah, she told me it's not connecting, it's not getting IP, and blah, blah, blah. So I think it's a couple things, so I just want to get in and check it out. And he was like, man, so we get into a little, the IT banter. I don't know how you guys do it. It doesn't make sense to me. I work down here. You tell me how to run an Excel report or how to do this. I'm good. And, when people are speaking to me, I like to actively participate in the conversation.
Yeah.
I try to finish the sentence or try, whatever. And so he says, he's saying that. And I'm like, yeah, like if you put me in front of an Excel report, I don't get it either. And then he was like, yeah, but when you guys start talking about IPs and DHCP and DNS, stuff like that, and I was like, yeah, it's like all Chinese.
Oh!
And,
No!
and as the E's left, I'm looking at him. Yeah, he's looking at me. And yeah, I said that.
Oh, God.
I didn't mean it that way.
Oh, God.
Because people say it's all Chinese to me.
Oh.
I just happen to have said that to an Asian man who looked Chinese.
Well, first of all, don't say he looks Chinese. See? How was it received?
He kind of chuckled. I hope he didn't hear it, but I know he heard it. Right?
I can't believe
I can't. Bim, thankfully he left the room after I sat down because I was like, fucking A, Darren.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Stop Asian hate, Darren.
I don't hate him. I said, I didn't.
Darren. Oh, I don't think I've done. No, wait. Okay, so mine. I don't know if it's as bad as yours.
Probably not.
Last job I was working at, we had a site in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
So they came up to visit.
Yeah.
So it's 2 women, and I'm like, oh shoot, finally good to see y'all. It was just email, IMs, and phone calls and all of that stuff. Nice to meet y'all. And I said, oh shit, you're expecting? I ain't even know.
Oh no. That's worse. That's.
Somebody pulled me to the side. I said, hey Bim.
Gently tug.
I said, hey Bim.
Shit.
She got like an ulcer situation.
Shit.
So I said, fuck me. None of y'all wanted to say this shit before she came.
That is equally as bad.
Because usually if there's a bigger woman, you don't say anything.
No.
But she wasn't big like that. But this area was.
She had a bump. Man, that's.
I was like, just kill me.
Just kill me. Yeah, I definitely was just.
But I think yours is worse.
It might be. It might be.
Oh my God.
That's
Darren.
Yeah.
Oh.
I didn't mean it. It just I was like I almost was looking down and then I kind of looked up as I was saying and I was like, don't be like me.
I can't, man. That's pretty bad, brother.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. Me and the wife are having a very interesting conversation. I'm actually going to text her to see if she'll come down. I don't think she will, but
She won't.
so we were talking. If you hear any downloads, yeah, I got you. So we were talking about. Can you calm down? We were talking about strip clubs.
Ooh.
Yep. And so me and the wife were, my wife knows I go to a strip club. I don't do anything serious in there to be worried about. And so we were having a back and forth. And she was like, well, do you get worried if I were to go to it? No, that's not how it started. It was, I said, you go to strip club with me, right? And she was like, yeah, no doubt. I'd have a good time.
Turn up.
I was like, you know what? To try to be fair and not double standard, if you want me to go with you to a male strip club, you let me know.
It's a little different, Darren.
Before you put your foot in your mouth.
I'll tell him right now.
Right. So we try to be fair. So I was like, I really go with you. And me and my wife have a great relationship where I can, be myself and make fun of things and stuff like that. And so we get into the whole, well, I know you would hate it, you wouldn't like it, you'd be uncomfortable. And I was like, yeah. And so she's like, when women go to strip clubs, even if there are straight or a lesbian, they are still able to enjoy themselves. They're still able to big up the dancers and stuff like that. But I don't think that it's for the same with the guys. And I was like, you're right. I'm not going to be in the male club like, yo!
Right.
I'm not going to be doing all
Very
that.
different.
Very different. So I was like, yeah. And so she's like, yeah, but I see you with your friends. Like, you act gay with your friends. And I'm like, yeah, to an extent.
Yeah, but we're fully clothed. We just talk crazy.
We talk crazy.
We don't do white boy fun. I'm not grabbing your nuts. I'm not doing shit like that.
That's exactly what I said.
Yeah.
I said, we talk stupid, but I've never crossed a physical barrier with anyone.
Yeah.
And so I was like, matter of fact, a couple weeks ago, Bim took my hand and I noticed immediately I could not look at him. I was uncomfortable. And so she's like, what the fuck's wrong with you? Like, and I'm like, she's like, are you not comfortable in your sexuality? I'm very comfortable. And it's just when we, I recognize, I was like, if you look back at the tape, in slow motion, Bim took my hand and I immediately looked at Jen and I was like, I can't look at him because he's holding my hand. I was like, I didn't let go of his hand, but I didn't look at him. I was like, but you women, right? We could pay for a shot girl to come, and she'll come, and she will be sitting on your lap or whatever dumb shit she does, and she'll take the shot, and you guys will love it. Like, you guys are able to cross that physical barrier, and it's not a problem.
Right.
And she's like, well, why can't you do that with men? And I'm like, I don't know, but I was like, I even get kind of funny if a guy touches my leg. I don't know why a guy would touch my leg.
That's a little wild. Though.
It is. But even
hold my hand, but don't touch my leg.
But so, we get into this back and forth thing, and yes, seriously, calm down.
She gonna come through with the bonnet.
She be man, no bra and everything. So I was gonna, but so what is that makes us uncomfortable? Straight men who are very set in our sexuality.
Yeah.
What makes it that we are not comfortable crossing a physical barrier with another man to an extent?
So, I subscribe to, and again, it's not 100%. It's just a blanket statement for the sake of a blanket statement. This is based on my own life experiences and whatnot. Women are very comfortable with each other. They'll kiss each other on the cheek. Yep. Some women kiss each other on the lips when they greet each other. Women will get naked in front of each other, try on clothes in front of each other. They'll sleep in the same bed as each other. They'll cuddle and all that stuff without any sexual anything because it's something they'll naturally do because they love that person that much. We show love in other ways. Nah, don't worry. It's on me, brother.
It's good.
I'll grab that for you. Whenever you need me, I got you. We're just different. And I don't deny myself of things that feel good, right? If I wanted to embrace every male friend I had and hold them very long,
you wouldn't.
I would. If that's something I genuinely wanted to do, I would do it. But I don't. If I'm doing, all right, get off me. Yeah, I'm cool. Get off me.
Stop.
Yeah, get off me. Stop.
Bow.
We played football in high school. I ain't getting naked for everybody.
Nope.
I was like, all right, let me do my thing. When I go to the gym now, I do my shit, throw a towel on. I'm not just walking around swanging all over the place. Yep. It's just different. And it's not out of fear of like homosexuality or anything like that. It's just, I'm not comfortable. I just don't want to. And that's fine. Just like how some women wouldn't want to be naked in front of other women, so they just don't want to. It's not like we have to do things the exact same way that they do, and vice versa, right? Because things we do when we're kicking it and roasting each other or fighting, right? Like I came across a picture in Miami when Kay was like choking you out. And I'm like, we laugh and we joke like that, but women ain't doing that.
No.
Women ain't putting each other in headlocks.
I mean,
they're not. And if they are, I want to see it.
I want to see too.
And I don't see a lot of women that will like just crack on each other and go crazy. Like
kind of in a different way.
In a different way, but not how we do.
Yes.
And you know what? I don't expect that. It's kind of rare.
Yeah.
So I accept that we're just different. You know what I'm saying? Like, women will say, hey, I want to send something to my man, some seductive shit, and her girl will take the pictures of her nude. Darren, if you ever tell me you want me to take nude pictures of you for the wife, I'm never doing that. I'll tell you right now. I'll hold your hand and look in your eye and tell you, Darren, no, I'm not taking naked pictures. You know what that is? That's what we call an uncleism. What up, Kay? What up, fellas? They know what I'm talking about. We would be kids, and it'll be an uncle we haven't seen in years. And like, you don't remember me? I'm your uncle from Houston. They'll grab your hand and bring you over to the other uncles. But Darren, while you're there with the other uncles, you would think, okay, let go of me and let me. No,
hold your hand.
They're holding your hand the whole time. I remember when you were this big.
Oh
now you are taller than me.
Please
still holding and swinging.
Please let go.
So that's what that is. And as uncomfortable as that was, I accept it as he's just excited. He hasn't seen me in forever. It's an uncleism.
Yay.
Come on over. Come on, Queen.
Yay.
Come on now. Don't be bashful. Don't be shy. This is your home. Come on. The camera's rolling. It won't be long.
Yeah.
It won't be long.
2 hours later. Hi, baby.
Hi.
How are you?
You got to into the mic. Do you want to introduce yourself?
I feel like Genevieve talking to the mic.
Hey, you going to pull that a little closer to you?
Closer.
There we go.
Hi.
Only
What's
other
up,
things
Queen?
are this close to my mouth.
Okay.
Sorry.
See? Now I'm uncomfortable. See how that works?
So, for those who don't know, my wife Claribel is here.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
What's up?
A lot of y'all are seeing her for the first time.
Hey,
Boom.
that's
In all
not
her
true.
glory.
They've been following.
Oh, that's true.
They've heard the name. They've seen you here and there.
You talk
Once in a
about
while.
our whole life.
Yeah. So
They
now
know
they
me.
put a face to the name.
What's up?
So we were just talking about what we were talking about earlier. You know, us being, and I think
All
Bim
men
just,
are homophobic?
No, that's not true.
No. So I think there's.
No.
So I think
Hold
there's-
hands.
No.
I was just explaining uncleisms to me. So for me, I was just saying, and I'll repeat, sorry for the listeners. Growing up, uncles would do that to us. If they hadn't seen us in a long time, they're like, bimbola. They'll grab my hand, go over to their friends, and be like, I haven't seen him since 19 something. And they'll be holding my hand the whole time.
But not like interlocking fingers.
No.
And yeah, but like, so right now, like, you know, we can like hold hands and stuff. And I could do this with any of my friends, whether to support
right.
or like hang out with them.
See,
But
So-
you guys can't just right now
Well, so
interlock
that-
fingers.
But so that's what we're talking about, right? Women
oh my God.
go about,
You're uncomfortable thinking about it.
it's too much.
It's too much.
And if he starts wiggling,
So
But like, what if you were having like a crisis, like
I sit next to
something
him.
rub a shoulder, put an arm around.
you could. So you could like.
So in a sense of
Bim did not agree with that.
No,
He's like,
if necessary, if I need to embrace my brother, I'd do it. Yeah, that's it.
we've hugged.
Yeah, we hug.
I'm not talking about hugging.
You're talking about
Like
Cuddling?
in a no, but like in a situation that you like, I don't know, you're sad for whatever reason.
Oh,
if
see,
you were here,
Our sadness
sitting
doesn't
down,
call for that from a guy,
Yes.
at least.
No.
And it's not on some homophobic stuff. It's just I don't need that from you right now. I
don't
just
need
need
physical
to
touch.
understand.
so what's gonna
going on.
happen with the boys after a certain
Well,
age?
it's different 'cause
At what
I'm-
age does that happen?
I'm their father, so if I feel compelled to hug them or hold their hand, I feel like I can do that as their father. And if they're uncomfortable, they'll just back up.
But at what age will that change?
When they get uncomfortable, because that's what happened with me, and it's gonna happen. You're gonna be mad at it. But all right, Mom, stop. That's enough. It's coming.
Look, she's all mad.
Not a fan.
And that's of course, when I'm a kid, my mom, hey, come here, all that stuff. When you start getting older and you're becoming a man and you start getting interested in women, I want that from mom. Get off me, mom.
Even now, you don't really see me hug my mom. I give my mom like a side hug.
Nah, but you hug your mom.
I do, but not very long.
You hug your dad.
Also not very long.
But you still hug him.
Yeah,
and so the other part of that was like, it's okay for him to pretend to be gay and like.
Who pretends? We're gay. No,
Look at her face like, yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah. What I've been saying for years. Thank you for coming out today.
But again, like I was saying, we can act that way and it's okay. But you've very rarely seen me cross a physical barrier with a guy. Right. And I know that I could. Like I know if I can't even do it.
There you clamming up. Now I'm getting self-conscious. You don't
so
want to touch
me? Do I stink? But like if I wanted to touch your shoulder or like, you know, put my arm around him, I know I could do that. And I know it's okay. And if the situation called for it in that moment.
What situation calls for
I don't
that?
know. Like
Not
so
many.
Okay, like I'm thinking like if I saw Yemi just now, I haven't seen Yemi in a while, I would give Yemi a hug and probably like put my arm around him at some point. Like I've done it to Dennis a couple of times. Just in that moment, it feels okay.
Right.
But I can tell you, it won't.
Quick seconds.
It won't last very long. This is because me.
It's usually moments of extreme happiness where you see men embracing a lot, winning a championship, not seeing each other for a long time. We'll pick each other up. But the difference is, I was just talking to Darren about this, when we were in Miami, Kay was wrestling with this guy, putting him in a headlock.
He wasn't wrestling. He put me in a
was
headlock.
beating you up.
Yes, he was beating me up.
So that stuff, and correct me if I'm wrong, I don't see women doing that kind of fit. So that's our differences, right? We show it through roughhousing, right?
Okay.
Whereas you guys, women will get in the bed and cuddle each other. It's not sexual. It's just what you guys do.
Right.
Because it's comfort. You
How
guys
are you
enjoy
guys
that.
able-
You love
how-
each other.
How are you guys able to do that? Like I've seen your friends come in and lay in bed with you and just.
See, because I think that there's to generalize, for men, a physical touch or cuddling is very sexual. And for us, it's just like a comfort of like, you're my girl, and whatever it is that you're feeling or need right now, I'm able to provide that and do it with you. Okay. And sometimes it could just literally be nothing. Like I just had a long day and my friend came over and we're just sitting and end up like laying down, you know? But there's no sexual thought or feeling or anything like that.
It's a love language thing, and it's an understanding that's unspoken between women, not all obviously, but like most women, especially if you're friends, hey, we can do this and we understand why we're doing this.
Right.
And it's not as common with guys. So if I come to Darren and I just want to lay on you, hold me.
Ew.
Hey, it's not a.
Yeah, but
well,
I'm just even thinking of like small things. Like if I was sitting here on the couch and one of my friends came over and put her head on my lap on the couch, like I would never see guys do that.
No,
and it's just like, why?
Because
like what makes the male machismo is the only thing I can think of. That's just like, why isn't that accepted? We tell the boys like, oh, go lay next to your brother. Like,
yeah, it's not an accepted thing. Like, we were just saying, I don't feel like I need to do that, right? Like you'll do it because you need that. I just need to be on somebody I love. I just need somebody to hold me because I'm having that kind of, I don't need that. So if I do it to Darren, he doesn't need that in that time. So it's not an understanding of, I just need to be held. It's like, oh, fam, what's going on here?
But what about the guys that are physical touch
there are
will do that? So if right now you walked in and you had two of my guy friends sitting on the couch, one with their head on the other guy's lap.
Well, that's weird.
That's fine because I've seen if you
No,
go
'cause
to,
this
if
guy
you go to
would be
other
like-
countries in Dubai, dudes will walk holding hands.
Right.
So it depends. It's a cultural thing, though. At least within that culture, there's an understanding. In our culture, there isn't that understanding. So at least if guys are going to do that, they have that understanding. But I know if I see Darren and I throw a couple of jabs at him, that means
that's the same.
That was your physical touch.
Yeah,
I love you.
that's
yeah.
my guy right there. Get
So
over, put him in a
our
headlock.
culture needs like a transition.
Don't do that. Don't
Yes.
do that. Why does it? But that works for us. Why do we need to change it?
I'm saying the fact that it works for the two of you, great.
Yeah.
But the fact that if you walked into this basement and there was two guys downstairs, one sitting down and one with another guy's head in his lap, you guys would be like,
But that's only because it's uncommon for us to see regularly. But for people who understand, like, I wouldn't just assume that they're gay. I'd just be like, oh, y'all are real comfortable.
He would.
I would.
Yeah, I don't jump to that right away. Like, I allow for more context. But when I went to Dubai, I wasn't thrown off. I was like, oh, I heard this, how they, in the Middle East, that's just different. It's a culture.
If you didn't hear that, would you still react the same?
If I saw the first one, I'd be like, oh, that's dope. They're open out here. But then if I saw it more, like open, like, I would have thought that they may have been gay or something. Like, oh, it's welcome out here. Because you hear otherwise, that they're not as open with homosexuality. Yeah. But then I saw more dudes doing it. Dudes sitting under a tree in the shade, rubbing feet, not of each other's feet, but like just hanging out. And I'm like, this is very different. But the culture is, hey, this is your brother. You love him. You're just hanging out.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah. But I don't put what I think is comfortable for me on other people, right? So like women, like you could take a picture of, if one of your girls is like, oh, I want to say something sexy to the husband, and she's butt ass posing. You'll take pictures for her, no problem. Right. I'm not doing that shit. And it's not on some homosexual stuff. It's not on some homosexual stuff. It's just, fam, I don't want to see your dick. I don't care what you're trying to send to your wife. Put on your auto timer shit and take your picture and let's go to the club.
So how do we make that comfortable?
It doesn't need to be.
Does it never?
It's okay for it not to be comfortable. If Darren needed that, though, from a friend group, he would then transition into a friend group that does cool
provide
that.
Yeah. I guess I get that.
I was gonna say,
so that was the essential piece of our conversation was, if my man asked me to go to the strip club, I'm confident and comfortable enough to attend that strip club and have a great time.
Yeah.
Right?
The flip side is very different, though.
Yeah. Why?
So,
like, I feel like you're asking me to make sacrifices in some senses, right? Like I have no sexual desire in women.
Right.
I can go to strip clubs, and I've been to every strip club in every place that I've ever been. Every time I go somewhere, except for fucking Kansas, I ask, where's the strip club? Go to it to experience what it's like, to see the differences. Cool. That's something that I like to do. But if I ask my partner, or if we ask all of our friends' partners, like, yo, we just went to Jamaica, let's all go to the guy strip club.
No.
And just see what it's like and have a good time. Buy you a couple lap dances. You do the same for me at the other strip club.
So the difference is what we just talked about, right? Women can be comfortable, and women have beautiful bodies compared to, like, you don't often
Some
hear.
men have beautiful bodies.
You see, you had to say some. I just said women, blanket. You had to say some. And for the men who have good physiques, we see it like, damn, brothers, how you get them abs?
Yeah, you remember saying that? It's like,
but I'm not like, yes, and I'm gonna slap your ass with $1. No, I don't do that shit. But fam, give me a workout plan after.
Yeah,
like,
but you don't think that girls feel the same way too?
No, because I've seen it.
But I can go to the strip club, right? Mm-hmm. Again, I started with I'm a confident woman, I don't feel intimidated or anything. Yeah. But that doesn't stop me from going in there and saying like, oh, like, yo, her boobs are dope.
Because women have beautiful bodies.
Yeah, but still, you still have the curiosity, or some women that I know that are very not confident that go to a strip club, then it becomes a like, damn, like, my man, this is why he comes here. He's looking at these women. He wants me to be like them. This is what he's looking for, and I can't provide that for him. So we as women will make those sacrifices or do those things to appease or please our men, but men wouldn't do the same thing for us.
No, because I think it's different. I feel like if you saw your husband or your boyfriend having a little too much fun at the male strip club, other questions may pop up in your head.
But then that goes back to just being comfortable.
And some women, I'm not going to say most, but some women will have a very hard time if they see their dude having a good time in a male strip club. A very hard time.
So it's a cultural thing.
Yeah, because if there was a dude who did want to have fun in a male strip club, fear of how it would be received by his woman or other women would be a hindrance, which is why you have a lot of down low brothers and all that stuff. That's a whole nother conversation. But trust me, if you go and because if Darren goes with you and you're slapping dollars on the booty, and you're like, ooh, look at her. No, I want that one to give me a lap dance. Imagine that same type of dialogue coming out of his mouth.
You'd be okay with that?
That you're comfortable enough to say, like,
I want that strip club. No, I want that guy to give me a lap dance.
I don't think I would be uncomfortable.
So you wouldn't be like, hey, this is a little... I didn't
I think that he's reciprocating what I have shown him when I go to the strip club, and
So
there's a level of comfort there. I'm not, like you were saying before, seeing two guys hold their hand. I'm not that. My reaction is never to think like you're gay. It's just like, yo, like whatever. Enjoy your physical touch. If he went to the strip club,
You can say script. It's fine.
if we went together and he was just like in the moment, he's not like that with me at a strip club. So if he did that at the strip club, it'd be like, yo, that's weird because it's out of his character.
Right.
Period.
Right. Yeah.
But if he was in the moment enjoying what we were doing there, then I'd be like you came here and enjoyed it like we all did.
For sure.
But he doesn't ever come out his neck when we're together at a strip club.
Yeah.
Except for the very first time I ever took him. And that's a different story.
Yeah, no, it's just,
I don't know.
It's just different love languages for men groups, female groups. I don't seek that. Like, I know what makes me feel good inside.
Right.
If Kay puts me in a headlock, I'm like, I love this guy. That's it. I don't need to put my head on his lap.
You need to hold hands. You need to do nothing.
But we understand that. So I think that's the biggest thing. Like, as long as we understand the communication, the nonverbal communication, that's what works. Women, y'all got it down. But it's just different than ours. You know what I'm saying? And I don't need y'all to be fighting the way we be fighting.
So there is the thing that women are better at certain things than us, like communicating and being in touch with their feelings and stuff like that. And so I'm like, that's a clear difference between us.
Yeah, one of many.
One of many. So let's say we were like, all right, let's try to be more in touch with our feelings if we need that.
Oh, I can say, me and the fellas, we have 2 calls that we do like once a month or so, where we just get on there and talk about life and what we're dealing with and all of that stuff. So we're really good about getting stuff out. So that's not an issue that
like
we have.
This is your therapy.
Yeah, this is our
what
job.
I say.
Yeah. So we do it. It's just, again, it's
Is
not
it
the same as theirs.
Is it enough for you?
Is this enough therapy for me? No,
Yeah.
absolutely not.
Well, people see their therapist twice a week, every week.
Some people
Yeah,
do.
some
Some
people
people
do.
once a week.
I still don't know what.
Who
Me
want-
and
you
therapy
really want to
looks
get
like.
to this topic?
No, just yeah. Well, we're talking about therapy, and we were talking about like marriage counseling and stuff like that, and just like if it could benefit us. And I still have a hard time of like, I don't know what it looks like or how it could benefit me. But I guess in my head, I think I got everything out in the open, and I know I don't.
Yeah, but you didn't know what the podcast was gonna look like, and here you are. What?
Yeah, but
almost
see, I
year
didn't.
2, 3. I don't know.
Just
Where are
3.
we at now?
He trusts me. That's my babe.
But the whole world is out there looking available to you.
No, but I mean in the sense of like, so again, this is in my kind of twisted mind. Like, it's kind of like the person who smokes and says, I can quit whenever I want to. Like, I'm like, I know I could talk to you about whatever I need to talk to you about. I just don't feel like I have anything to talk about. And then you then remind me of all the little issues and tics I have. And it's like, oh, so maybe.
You remind
maybe that is
yourself.
something.
You know
do.
what I just thought about? Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
You two should have a podcast.
Here we go.
Have you guys heard this before?
We started playing with the idea of
That
it.
shit would be great.
He's trying so hard.
It would
With
be
what
great.
time?
What you mean?
With what time?
When the kids go to sleep.
Oh,
Right
okay.
before y'all pass out. Put it in the
Right.
bedroom, the mics. Do it in bed.
Call it sleepy time.
Tim, do you know what it's like to have 4 kids in the house? Because this is just insane.
I mean, once the 2 ones go down,
See,
then
he's
we
thinking about it.
then we get interrupted by the big one. if
Oh,
she's
yeah.
here.
You don't understand that.
That's,
The 2 little ones go to sleep and we're like, yes, time to be in
Perfect.
bed, naked, have fun, right? And then 2 big ones come knock,
Literally
knock, knock.
zero chance.
why are
of
they
that
bothering y'all?
happening.
They too grown.
They just they
Because they're at that point where they're like,
they
oh,
like us.
like,
They like
Ah,
us.
that is a good thing.
yeah.
They like us. Yes.
And then he's like devastated because
Because like I'll
everything's-
be ready. They'll be talking all this shit. They're like, hey, make sure when the boys go down, make sure you're in the bedroom. And then there was one night we actually were like, yes,
We were
finally us
naked.
time. And I came into the bedroom and Alexis was sitting on my chair.
Oh, dear.
And I was like, yo, get out.
she was sitting on his chair with the Lego box.
Like I'm ready
what
to
are we
play.
gonna build, Dad?
Like, come on, I'm ready. Like, let's build something. Like, and I was like, yo, get out. Like,
But you got to enjoy that while you can. though.
So
And that's what I told him. He
So I-
has to
yeah.
not push her out.
So I finally got her to leave because we had been talking about this all day. And then she gets in the bedroom. I'm like, damn, I feel like shit now. Like, Lexus, come on, come play with daddy, please.
Look, man, whatever. Y'all give me excuses. Put the podcast out. It could be a half hour long. That's
It
it.
doesn't even have to be that. I just don't know what we would talk about.
Anything.
It just happens.
Yeah, it just comes out, man. Just like now.
You always want to ask questions every time we get in the car. Like,
I'd be asking dumb
so
questions.
See?
I'd be asking dumb questions.
That's the podcast right there.
The other day I asked her, and she wasn't able to give me an answer. What is the most attractive part of yourself to you?
Go.
And she wasn't. I don't.
You have an answer.
no, because
Come on.
This is the difference. We have this conversation way too often.
We do.
Because for me, attraction is like a whole encompassing thing. It's not just like I looked at you and that's it.
That's not how it works for us.
So when you go shopping for an outfit,
Oh, we've had this extensive conversation. Well, go ahead.
what lets you know that outfit is it?
An outfit,
Yeah.
I gotta try it on.
Yeah,
And then
so-
when you try
so
it
what
on,
do you, what do you
what I
see?
do when I-
What do you look for?
Yeah.
I gotta make sure that it fits certain areas of my body fine.
Do you want it to accentuate any areas?
It depends what the outfit's for.
You want
Going
to look
out.
sexy. You want to look nice for your hubby.
So we're going out,
Yeah.
and so there's things that I want him to feel, like the material,
Okay.
like where it curves
Okay.
when he holds my waist or
Come on now.
whatever it is.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Come on, see, we getting it, Darren. See, we getting it.
No.
So let's all three of us
it's
do
like,
Bim in the bedroom.
no, but it just, that to me is not about.
It is.
No.
So okay. So here's how it is, right? When he asks you that question, he knows what he likes about you
Yes.
physically, right?
Yes.
He wants to see if
What
you are looking or accentuating things that he digs. He wants to know if you appreciate the stuff he appreciates as much as he does.
yeah.
When you look at yourself in the mirror, when you buy that dress, when you buy that top, when you buy those heels, when you
Yeah,
do
and I
your
get
hair,
that.
you know. So I guess you can just lie to him and say whatever the thing you think he
so
thinks.
bad at that.
Yeah, she doesn't.
It's
she,
fine.
So
She
bad.
doesn't lie very easily.
Nah.
No.
So bad.
But you know what though? It's not even a lie because you know what he likes.
Yeah, so tell me.
No.
No. I know what I like.
Yeah.
So then for you, he wants you to be like, oh yeah, that thing, my big toe, you know, I painted extra special for you, baby.
There we
Yeah.
go.
You know what I'm saying? Like that kind of
Next
thing.
time
He
I'll
gets
tell
me.
you.
All right.
Yeah, that's what he's looking for.
This guy gets me.
Come
I'll
on.
be like, yeah, the inside of my ears.
And then he'll put something right up in there for you. See?
You like that, huh? Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Gross.
all it is. He's
gross.
just fishing to see if
You're on the same
you
page.
love what he loves.
We have this very good, and I speak very highly of you, but we have this very good thing where we just ask each other and run through different situations and stuff. And like, this is my best friend.
Come on now.
And so, yeah, I love you.
I love y'all. Look at
Look at
y'all.
you being. Aw.
Oh.
Hold her hand.
What do you want?
Look at
We
She's like,
Is it because I'm here?
yes. Hold Bim's
if
hand.
I could hold
That's
your hand
it.
in front of Bim, that speaks highly of you.
Yeah.
Did I tell you about the best friend thing? One of my security questions was like, what's the name of your best friend? And I was like, Bim. And I was like, no. And I was like, Bim. And I was like, no. And I was like, Claribel. And I was like, yes. And I was like, oh, wow.
Yo, this guy is gay for you. Like he really
Just
loves
not physically.
You. He
Just not physically.
He just really loves you. That's
I do. That's my guy.
We've known each other for so
I
long.
know, bully.
And come on, don't do that. It's my whole life. It's my whole
I've
life.
changed.
Oh, my two
I'm
Nigerian
different.
friends here.
I know 28%
West
Bim
Africa,
is
we
going
out here.
up.
Come on, man. How's
Nah,
it
I
going
just
up? What's going on? How's it? See, this test is bullshit. It's going up.
On Monday, you were 25%. On Thursday, it was like, uh-oh. It's like a Stark bar.
I'm looking for someone to teach me how to make jollof rice so I can,
my God.
you know, at least be in touch with my roots.
You got that?
I think we can
Yeah.
find. We can find somebody for you.
Yeah.
There's got to be somebody that mutually that can. We'll
I was
think about it.
thinking Disu's mom, since she is a
Boom.
chef. Yeah.
No one better. That's
Really?
the one. Yes, she makes phenomenal jollof. Yeah,
There you go.
absolutely.
You can add that to
Chicken's
your
good too.
repertoire because you just learned how to make Zhang.
Yep. I'm definitely Haitian.
Yay.
Fire.
And I just
Done.
be there to eat it all.
Come on, man. You blessed, brother. You blessed,
We're
queen.
gonna do his
Do his what now?
ancestry.
Wouldn't it just be Haitian? Oh no, it'll tell you what
Nah,
African
I think
country the
he's-
family came from.
So
I feel like
my
there's some Asian, some Cuban.
so there's definitely some Cuban because my grandfather was running around in Cuba.
Let's go.
And according to my dad, there's some Egyptian in there too.
Ah,
I don't know how true that is.
okay.
Do you have anything you want to
No.
bring up? Okay.
Yeah, I think,
Thank you very much for
Keep it
joining.
away now.
That was
I-
an awesome addition. Oh, well
I
done.
before we came down, I was like, "Can you please come down?" She was like, "No, like, please, no."
Supposed to be napping.
So
Oh, sorry. Sorry, you got
You're
it
not
wrong.
really
napping.
sorry.
You're not napping.
Yeah, no, that was a good addition to the conversation because to hear two of us talk about women stuff. Jen, we miss you.
And one more thing, because last week when I was asking like,
Oh boy.
What happened?
Oh no. Oh, I don't remember.
We messed up?
I don't know.
no, asking how do you tell a woman?
Oh
I
yeah.
asked you how do you tell a man that their penis,
Penis
stinks?
stinks. Yeah.
Oh, we talked about that, right?
Yep.
We did.
And then
Yeah.
I was like, the other question I was asking is how do you tell a woman that her vagina stinks?
You don't.
Is this somebody that you're with?
Yeah.
Okay, that should be an easy conversation.
That should be.
Yeah. Yeah, if it's your wife,
This guy was like, anything that's gonna hinder me being able to get in there, I'm not saying it.
you would talk about it after. Yeah, you gotta say it after.
Do you?
Because look, okay, candid, being candid.
We're here.
We're here.
We're here.
Oh no.
If you're married, right, and everybody's open, you done seen each other poop with the door open and come out the shower, and we've seen each other at our best and our
Close the
worst.
door when you poop.
I try to.
Well, I close
When
the
I'm
door.
in there.
Not with you.
Yes, you
I
do.
close the door because
When
I
I'm
don't want
taking
the
a
boys
shower,
to go
you
in.
close the door
Because I don't
to
want the
poop.
boys to come in.
You try to kill me. every time.
That's not right. You have to wait.
So
Or
I
go
open
upstairs.
the window. I'll go upstairs.
Go
you're right.
upstairs.
But I don't want the boys to come rushing in.
So you just try to suffocate me.
So if she can smell that, you can tell her about her smelly, not you, just in general. You know what I'm saying? Just in general. If we can do all these things and be vulnerable sexually with the person that we chose to be with forever,
I suppose.
you gotta, you know what I mean?
He would never.
Be like, hey, did you,
I would
anything
not.
fresh down there?
I would not.
He would never.
Nah?
I would.
Out of fear of what may come of bringing it up.
So I think in my head, that's how it goes in my head, and maybe I do need therapy. I think I'm gonna tell you this, and you're gonna give me 6 things about me that I don't need to hear.
Which is a valid fear, because
Right.
sometimes that happens to
Because
us.
then I'm gonna tell you, and you'd be like, "Well, I don't say nothing about your sweaty, stinky balls," but here we are, and I'm
then-
like,
We just shrink down.
and then the tears like, "Oh, tears."
Right?
In the middle of
Motherfucker, I done took care of all the kids. I made you dinner and shit. You want to talk about? Fuck you.
Exactly. I'm over here folding laundry. You want to talk about shit stink? You know why it stinks? Because I'm fucking folding laundry and folding your shit, and I'm just like, oh.
But no, what I said was like, you know, like there's a way for you to do in the moment. You could just be like, hey babe, like let's
In the
go take
moment,
a
you
shower.
want me to? No.
Now here's the thing, and I'll tell you
No,
this.
but you don't have to say like, yo, you freaking stink. Like,
No, but you're saying, like,
make
in
it
the-
sexy. Oh, I'm gonna go get a rag, make you all warm and like whatever, and
That is
wipe
a
you
good
down.
alternative.
Yeah, like, or let's go take a shower together. But you don't have to just be like, well, like,
That was a good suggestion.
I'm gonna write that down. This guy.
But I'll tell you though, what Darren said, that is a fear with most men because we don't always get it right when we're trying to offer a critique or point out something. So if we don't deliver it properly,
Or it's at the worst possible moment.
that too, because again, sometimes,
I feel like that was.
No.
Excuse me. Go ahead, I'm
sometimes
sorry.
we'll notice something in the moment and we'll just say it because we noticed it. Without adding finesse, right? Because we could do that with our boys. Hey, yo, fam, you showered today, nigga? Your balls stink, nigga. That's the conversation, right? We just, boom. We can't do that with y'all, right? But sometimes that's just how we know how to communicate. So we have to,
I'm gonna try it.
yeah, it's true.
But see, I feel again.
But
I
do
feel,
you want your girl to say that to you like that?
I wouldn't
think,
care.
I'd
I'd be like, damn, my bad.
At
I'll
all?
jump in the shower.
Yeah.
No, I would be like, oh, sorry.
Yeah, because
Oh,
we
my
can
bad.
handle that. We'll be like,
he-
oh,
he-
shit, sorry.
Darren's different.
No.
Oh,
He can
Darren,
actually
you
do
front?
Listen. Because I would be a little self-conscious about it. I'd be like, oh, my bad. But for the next couple times or going forward, I would make sure
Yeah.
that, hey,
This guy,
There should be no
right at the
complaints.
beginning of it, he'd be like, "Wait a minute, I gotta go to the bathroom."
right.
Like,
I'd be like, no, because I don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk. I don't want to work my way out of
it,
this.
yeah.
Yes. So if this is what it's got to be, but me,
Men have a hard time
I don't know how to.
saying
I don't
things
know how
that
to.
aren't
I can't
the best.
tactfully tell you anything in my head because it's gonna be like, oh.
That's not true.
You're right. You probably will take it well and be like, all right, I'm sorry, and then let's go take care of it, and and I would appreciate it.
together.
Yeah, but In my head, it goes very different.
Yeah, we've been beaten down for decades. This is a thing. It's just
Don't even
there.
try it. Don't act like you're oppressed.
No, it's
over
not
how
oppressed.
It is.
How you
We
treat
do
the
it to
woman.
ourselves.
Yes.
No, we do it to ourselves because we said the wrong things at the wrong
So
time.
then what are you going to teach your kids?
Figure it out yourself because every woman is different, right? It's true.
I mean, I
each
think
experience is different. You have to learn
you have to
based
learn
on
the
your
person.
own communication style, based on that person, based on when to say it.
It
Like,
could end up with the woman that doesn't say anything.
well, God bless and get
That
a lot of
sucks.
Excedrin.
Well, you know, it's funny. I was talking to Celeste the other day, and this is when we were talking about religion and stuff. But I ended up telling her, like, you know, when you're ready to date, like, I know it sounds weird to hear me say, but I just want you to be happy and safe for whoever you're dating with. It's like you make sure you communicate your needs and wants, and if you don't like something and that person's not going to change that, then like you gotta move along.
Yeah.
Like you just gotta make sure you're happy for you, and so that kind of ties into the whole, you know, like what I necessarily teach the boys. If you're not happy with something with your spouse in a physical manner, like I'd be like, this might be a thing that's gonna happen. You got to figure out how to tactfully bring it up.
Right,
Like,
you
just
can
know
give-
you might talk your way out of this.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
I mean,
give
there's no
general
way
stuff.
to like give every scenario. Like
Right.
I get that, but just to be a confident young man to say like, hey, like, how do you talk to your woman about something that's going wrong? It's the same thing as you like when we had that conversation that I had with Celeste and was like, if you're ever in a relationship that's abusive, I don't care where me and your dad are or what is happening, you come back home. I'd rather you come back home than we find you dead.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like you always come home. There's no questions, nothing about that. And it's just being able to provide and educate our young men too about that.
Yeah.
I so often as an educator find that our boys just think that they got to deal with it. Like I'm the guy and I just
Boys,
have to deal with it. And I just, no, and that's not the case because so many things, if you didn't have that mentality, could easily be solved. And we talk about it all the time. Like you're letting yourself wonder and think and go crazy when all you had to say was like, yo, I only got $20. I cannot pay this bill.
Yeah.
And it's just like, then
But
we pay it. Like,
just like the fear that Darren had about smelly vagina, it's the same fear with all those other scenarios where men clam up because, especially if it's with their woman, damn, she gonna think I'm irresponsible. Shit. Da-da. So, you know what? I'll figure it out.
I'll deal with it. I'll
And
take
it's-
the brunt of it. And
I've done it. I still do it. I try to talk myself out of it, but it's a thing that just kicks in. I don't know if it's from upbringing or from, you know, societal stuff. Man up, figure it
Right.
out, blah, blah, blah. Or even just letting somebody you love down. Damn, I didn't do, let me figure it out. You know, so just letting, it's like a mental block. We just like, oh, no, I can't say it. I have to figure it out.
right.
It's not good. It's
I would
definitely
love
not good.
to change that. And as
Yeah.
much as I try to tell or educate the young men that I work with, like, it's okay to not know what to do. Just communicate and say something. Because more than 50% of the time, somebody is going to help you.
Yeah.
Somebody will help you figure out what's the right way to go. And because you didn't say anything, now you're in a shitty place.
Yeah.
You know? And so, I don't know, like, how do we change that? How do we change that narrative for especially our young men of color that
Yeah.
are the ones super like suffering from all of this all the time?
Yeah, it's having a person or people that you really, really trust with your life, like that and that much for them to, in that moment, stop to reach out.
Right.
Because in those moments, Darren, you've been there, we're not thinking of who to talk to. We're thinking, how do I get out of this?
Yep.
Right.
So to have enough trust and faith in someone who has the experience, who has your back, won't say anything if you need them not to say anything.
Right.
So you have to, they somehow have to foster those relationships. That's the tough part because a lot of them, especially men, if there isn't a male figure in the house, or if there is, but just not somebody
Not
you
an
can talk to.
available one. Yep.
Or even if it is somebody that you love and respect, a father who you look up to, you don't want to disappoint him.
Disappoint them.
So how do you? So it's tough, man.
Yeah.
Why is it so tough for guys? Nobody
I don't
cares
know.
about us.
Uh,
Mike
so
said
We
it.
do.
So-
we
I
know.
do.
No, you
and
do.
that's the
But we
problem.
feel like
like
Mike
you
said it.
don't.
we're letting people down.
Yeah.
If you caught it.
The Mike Epps.
No, Michael
Not
Jackson.
my ex. The
Jackson.
Michael Jackson.
Oh, yeah.
All I
You got
really
it.
wanted,
Yeah,
man.
got
I don't
it.
really care. But she's like, yeah, I hate you guys. She's like, I hate you guys so much.
What was the guy that he did that whole series? Wasn't his name Mike too? The black
series?
guy. It was on Netflix, and he did like the whole series. Like he went to a old nursing home with all white people.
Fuck.
He's
Killer Mike.
Oh, Killer
Killer
Mike.
Mike,
Yeah. Killer Mike. Yeah.
He talked about that too in one of the episodes.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
just, I don't know. Figure it out.
Yeah,
Tell us how to do this.
It's tough, man, because to get there, like I see with some of the young boys in church. I try while I'm in church to, boom, 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 and hey, what's up, and what's going on with school, and do you guys need anything? I got some sneakers. What size are you? I try to build that, but it needs to be almost every day. They need to see it. It's constant, and it's tough, man. It's so tough because you go to school, you got influence from other kids, older kids. You see stuff on TV and music. You got influences all over the place.
Yeah.
How do you compete?
Right.
Yeah.
It's tough.
I watched this thing on HBO. It's my last comment. I'm out. You guys are not doing this. He's out. Yes. They are doing this program where they're bringing felons to talk with either their survivor or the family of someone that they killed.
That's fucking heavy.
Yo.
Ooh.
So the other night when I was working on all the things, that's what I was watching. And it was just like, a part of me was so grateful that something like this is happening.
Yeah.
Because how often does the killer, the murderer, have a story that they're never able to share?
Right.
And how often is the surviving family or survivor able to ever hear that story? Right. Usually you just hear all the negatives, right? Like, he got a warrant for his arrest. He shot somebody before. He did drugs, whatever. And so many of the stories are like, I never had a male figure in my life. My mom did drugs. She never took care of us. We lived in a hole. I used to eat packets of ketchup to survive. And you're just like, damn. Yeah. Like, we know these stories. We've seen some of these people. But to see the surviving family or whoever was still left to come and sit down and have this dialogue, it was like, yo.
It humanizes the person.
Yo.
And that's important.
And to be able to forgive.
Because then that helps with empathy.
Yeah.
Oof.
There was the last
heavy.
one was the guy that was surviving was a cop, and the guy blink out shot him right in the neck and went to go shoot him in the head. There's no more bullets. And so he was like, you were going to kill me. And he was like, I was. And he was like, I hated cops. I as a black guy, I always got stopped by cops. Nobody ever respected me. Nobody ever asked me, like, what did I need? It was always like I was doing something wrong, even when I wasn't. And so the wife of the cop that survived was like, so mad that he was sitting down speaking to this guy that almost killed her husband, right? And so in the middle of it, she was in the background, and he was just like, I'm sorry. Like, I have done everything I can to change my life while I've been here. I've learned how to read and write.
Wow.
And the cop was like, read and write? Like, tell me more. And he was like, I never knew how to read and write. I didn't have a family. My mom was a drug dealer or in drugs. My dad was gone. And the only people I had were in the street. And they didn't show me how to read and write. They just showed me to, like, get money and survive. And so when you stopped me, I just knew you were going to arrest me. I had a better chance of just going to juvie for a little bit and coming out. But come out to what? And he was like, I made a bad decision. I thought killing you was going to be the better choice. And now I'm turning my life around and trying to educate other people. The wife was like, I want to meet him.
Wow. Oh, wow.
And I was just like, I can't even.
We need more of that.
TV off.
Yeah, I was like, let's just stop here.
But no, we do. And then that helps
restorative
so much.
justice. The restorative justice part is like, people don't ever talk about that. We just see like a lot of us that look like us do something wrong, make the bad choice, and they get locked up forever.
Right. And that defines them for the rest of their life.
Forever. Like, they don't ever have another out. And so, I don't know. We just got to do better. We got to, like, foster relationships with the young people and just, like, teach them, especially with everything going on right now.
Heavy. I know you say you want to dip off, but last thing. Know you're a huge DMX fan? I know. We started the pod with it. if you can just give us one DMX memory, one DMX moment that you always remember, one DMX song that's a favorite.
I didn't know he was gonna do this.
I know. Sorry, this is the interviewer.
She's from YO.
You were born in Yonkers?
I was born in Yonkers.
So
if anyone is gonna talk,
right, it should be if any of us. I'm from Boston.
Yeah, right, I'm from Providence. Like, come on, please, just something.
All right, so I wrote about this a little bit on my Facebook. So, my parents weren't together, but my father still lives in New York. So every summer, I went to New York for the entire summer. School was out on Friday. I was there Saturday. And my Uncle Nev, my dad's brother, was pretty much like the dude that raised me. He was the guy that would get dressed up to go to the club, leave me in the car. And right? So, for parking. Like, if you stay in the car for parking, I won't get a ticket. Right. But I would be in the car till 3-4 in the morning, just waiting for him.
Darren,
right?
did you know this?
Okay. Yeah, right. But I thought I was the coolest.
Of course.
I was a baddie. I was in, a Zizu Trooper.
Oh
like,
my God.
But whatever. So, with him is where I went everywhere. I discovered Yonkers, Brooklyn, everything with my Uncle Nev. And so I will never forget, I had to be, I don't know, maybe 9 at the time. And, CD, Pendaflix. And he would always have me changing the CDs. And I remember I bent down to pick up the CD. I put in, I don't know, probably the locks. And we're playing it. And I just look to the right. And I'm like starstruck. Like probably paler than I already am. And so I'm just like looking at the car. And there's 2 Rottweilers.
You couldn't have been 9. You had to be older than that.
Probably older. Yeah, because when did he come out?
13,
I don't know. I was young.
Bubbling.
Yeah.
Like 15.
So, no, I was younger than 15.
14?
Yeah, maybe 13.
Yeah.
And so I look at my Uncle Nev, and he's just like, yep, that's D.
Wow.
That's X. And I'm like DMX, Uncle Nev? And he's like, yeah. Wow. And I'm just like growl, do something, like talk to me.
Wow.
Sing a song.
Yeah. And then at that time, it was just like, that was your bow down to him. And so I just remember just like, he was like, this is where he lives. We're in Yonkers. This is where he's at. He has no reason for bodyguards, hide, nothing. And I was just like, let's follow the dude. Like, let's go home. Let's do something. So I just remember from then on, he was like the first rapper that I ever saw in person that wasn't like at a concert. Right. And then it was like, when we were talking about it after he passed away, it was like, when did you fall in love with rap? It was like that moment. Forever I listened to rap with my Uncle Ned, but it was at that moment that I was like, be a rapper.
It
gotta,
resonated with you.
You gotta be a rapper. Like, you gotta listen to rap. This is a part of who you are. Like, he literally lives here. And then the second part of that is one Thanksgiving.
Oh boy.
Amazing. So I have 2 younger uncles. You know my uncles. So, at Thanksgiving, when my grandma used to live on Whitmarsh, that's where we always used to congregate. So we set up the tables, whatever. We had been talking about this for a long time. And then we just sit there, and my grandma, she's like, you guys need to say prayer.
Oh, dear.
Word. We got you.
Now, this was like my
first time at our
Thanksgiving
Thanksgiving
Thanksgiving together.
Was this like, I don't know. We were sitting there, and the 3 of us.
I remember what we were wearing.
The 3 of us memorized a verse each. And so we just started that shit.
It started with Alejandro was like, we thank you, Father. We thank you, Lord.
But we also are saying it like as our impression of DMX.
Oh, dear.
So...
So I remember my head was bowed, my eyes were closed.
So nobody was ready. Yep. But the 3 of us, we were so composed. And it was like, like...
And I opened my eyes and I was like...
He's just like, what the fuck am I going into? And our family members are Latinos, so they're just like... They're just feeling it right now.
Because it is still a good prayer.
It is. Yes. It's like an amazing prayer, right? And so it wasn't like after Alejandro went, then Junie went, then I went, and we're like choking. Like at this point, we can
They're
no longer
losing it. They're
we can no
melting
longer
down.
keep it together because we just made it through the
And I'm
whole
sitting there
damn
like, why
prayer
am I
and
here?
nobody knows nothing. And all of a sudden, my mother, the snitch, right? she like looks up and we're just like,
I love it.
and it was done. And then my grandmother just lost her shit. Bueno, coño, es que ustedes siempre están jugando. ¿Qué es lo que tú estás haciendo? And like we're supposed
And
to
I'm
be
just sitting
thankful
there
at
like,
Thanksgiving dinner.
poor
And we're
Darren.
like, DMX.
Oh, like,
So yeah.
Oh, man.
I would love. My uncle works at the hospital where he passed away. So when I was like, Uncle Nev, what's good? He was like, yeah. He was like, technically, he had already been deceased since that Tuesday, and they pronounced it on Friday, I think Thursday or Friday. They were like just giving time for family to come see him.
Good.
And then it's like it's been crazy outside of the hospital.
Oh, so many
'cause,
people.
Yo, and then
Yeah.
today he texted me, was like where they shot Rough Riders in Yonkers. He was like, it was like a parade.
Good.
All the dirt bikes, ATVs were just riding back and forth, just honoring him. I was like, that funeral is gonna be. I don't
Forget
even
about it.
know.
Forget
I don't
about it.
know. But
he did a lot while he was here.
Sure enough.
and just people struggle with disease, and just if you know people that are struggling with opioids, just like check up on them and make
Right.
sure they're doing okay, because it's something that never goes away. It's
Sure enough.
a struggle every day.
Sure enough. Thank you. Thank you for sharing.
My man,
That was
I love
awesome.
him.
See? Thank you for
Wait,
joining
wait,
us
wait,
also.
wait.
No. We about to rap. It's cool.
So yeah, thank you for joining and rocking with us. Make sure you follow us on social media platforms such as Instagram on PLSDELTHIS, on Facebook the same handle, on Twitter the same handle. Matter of fact, on Facebook, please delete this. On YouTube, please delete this. Anywhere you look, we are please delete this. Shout out to our good friends over at Kingston A and Salita Soap and all the other Selena's Litos and. Pretty
Lulu's Love.
Lulu's, yes, all of them.
Hey,
I
buddy.
can't remember any. I wasn't prepared for this.
It's fine. They know it. Listen to the last episode for that stuff.
Make sure you follow us on your favorite streaming platform, such as Spotify, Spreaker, iTunes Radio, iHeartRadio,
Pandora.
You everywhere, bro.
We everywhere but Tidal.
We gotta fix that.
Yeah, I don't know how.
Just write a letter.
What else?
420 Tuesday,
Jesus.
April 20th. Redman
And Method Man. I'm actually excited about that.
versus. I'm so
Very excited
hyped.
about that.
I'm so hyped. You're not gonna be around.
I know you gotta record that.
I shall.
Yo, please. Hey,
Got you.
y'all already know 420. Act accordingly. But I love Redman so much. I love Method Man too, but Red is my guy. I cannot wait for this versus.
Isn't that
so
National
so
Bunk Day?
Nah, it's not good.
I never did that.
You never bunked?
Maybe I have.
Legit?
But senior year. It wasn't until senior year. I was a good student.
You really never bunked?
I didn't want to get beaten. And the coaches would kill us if we missed school. Like
Did you play all season? Like you played a sport every season?
indoor track, outdoor track, football.
Oh, you were really a good kid.
He tried to be. Coach came up to the class a couple of times. Hey,
I
what are you
bunked
doing?
so many times.
Thank you guys. Thank you to our guests.
Jen, we miss you.
Jen, we miss you.
Dad, come back.
Rest in peace, X.
Later.
Peace, y'all. Thanks for coming down. That was awesome.